It felt more like a tearing, and it was a horrible feeling because every time I moved my leg, it would feel like it'd tear.
She was transitioning from basketball to soccer. They practice outside in soccer, so it's probably about 30 degrees outside. When she came off the practice field, she felt really tight, like something was strained.
And I kind of ignored it and pushed it away. And then the next weekend I went to out of town, and I played a few tournament games, and after I couldn't move my legs.
Her injury was kind of one of those leftovers from a long season, and so I showed her some extra stretches to see if that would help alleviate some of her discomfort. And then when she saw me a few weeks later with it not being much better, that was when I decided to refer her on to Dr. Linker. The nice thing about Dr. Linker, with him being a family physician, is that he has that kind of background, but he did the extra sports medicine fellowship. More often than not, the injuries that we see are not going to be surgical.
I saw her with essentially an overuse hip injury. This had not gotten better. Initially, my concern, because of her age, she's an adolescent, my concern was that she may have a stress injury versus just an overuse muscle injury. We were able to quickly, get some tests done, had x-rays done.
Dr. Linker came highly recommended as soon as she was injured. It was the first thing was mentioned, like, hey, you need to take her to Dr. Linker.
One of the things that I make boldly clear at our parent meeting every season is I will never refer to somebody that I don't refer my own kids to.
Maygan had been working with our certified athletic trainer, Kathy Reed. We then progressed her into some more formal physical therapy, which in her case was extremely beneficial.
Dr. Linker had prescribed that she receive physical therapy. I had ACL surgery years ago and received my therapy at the Atrium Medical Center, sports medicine and physical therapy. So we both recommended that we just have the therapy here.
So what we noticed when we were looking for underlying issues with Maygan was that her glutes were not performing at their best. And she was compensating with her low back muscles, she was compensating with her thigh muscles, which in my opinion led to the injury to her thigh muscles in the first place, because that's why she was here for a groin strain. So we kind of directed her treatment towards building up the areas that she was having issues in to kind of correct the muscle imbalance and the movement issues that she had.
Kathy is the go-to person. If there's a pain anywhere, she's the go-to person. And if you have another pain at all, she'll say, go here for help or do this. She's very helpful.
Kathy has consistently been the first person athletes go to at the school. Parents will generally call Kathy before they'll call anyone else.
When I have an athlete go down on a court or a field or wherever we may be, and I get to help them up there, and I get to make sure that they get to the right doctor, and I get to get them over to Premier Health for diagnostics and rehab and whatnot, and then I get to be the one that gets to watch them come back on the court for the first time.
Quite frankly, due to Dr. Linker's guidance, it was great. Caused her to sit a bit for club season.
It took about a month because the club soccer is a lot different than like a school sport. It demands a lot more, so it took more recovery time.
Maygan is doing extremely well. She had complete recovery. She was able to progress through her physical therapy. She was continuing to work with the athletic trainer at the high school. She had full recovery. Maygan went on to have a great season.
I think the continuity of care that we were able to give Maygan is very important. One of the best parts of my job is knowing that I'm part of a bigger team that's set up to really take care of folks that need help through their whole process of recovery.